Did you know there is a master's scholarship in the Netherlands worth up to 34,000 euro that can pay your tuition, cover your accommodation, fund your visa fees, and waive IELTS for many applicants? This scholarship is one of the most generous opportunities available in the Netherlands. It provides full tuition coverage, offers substantial financial support for up to 34,000 euros for your living expenses, pays for your accommodation, covers your visa application fee, and handles all international related charges. After submitting your admission application for your chosen master's program, you can then proceed to apply for this scholarship. Welcome back, my lovely friends, and thank you for always clicking that play button whenever I upload a new video. If you are new to this channel, thank you so much for dropping by. I love you. In this video, you will learn the eligibility criteria, the selection requirements, and a complete step-by-step guide to help you apply successfully. So come along with me. Maastricht University is a public research university in the Netherlands, and they offer a fully funded master's scholarship that is open to international students. And the beautiful thing about this university is that over 59% of their students are outside the Netherlands, so they are international students. So I would be sharing with you how you can apply for their fully funded master's scholarship. We are on the official page of the Maastricht University NL High Potential Scholarship. So this is the Maastricht University NL High Potential Scholarship, and this is their official page. Let's walk you through how you can apply for the scholarship and all that it entails. As you can see, this scholarship covers your living expenses, your health and liability insurance, your visa application costs, your tuition fees, and pre-academic training costs. Now, your living expenses is 15,925 euro, 13 months if you are going for 1 year master's program, or 25 months you get 30,625 euro. That is if you are going for a 2 years master's program. Then you have the health and liability insurance, which is 700 euro. You've got your visa application costs. You aren't going to pay for that. It is completely taken care of. You've got your tuition fees, and that is also taken care of. And pre-academic training costs completely taken care of. So you can see that this is a fantastic opportunity. If it has been your dream to study in Europe for free, here you go. Do not sleep on this. So let me walk you through the eligibility criteria. Who is eligible? Now, you should hold a nationality in a country outside the EU or EEA. So if you are from North America, South America, if you are from Asia, Africa, Australia, you are eligible to apply for this scholarship. Now, you have applied for admission to a participating full-time master's program at Maastricht University for 2026-27 academic year before 8 December 2025. So what that literally means is that you should have applied to study for the 2026-27 master's program in the Netherlands. That's for next year, and that should be before the 8th of December. You can see the time is pretty close. I only just bumped into this and I thought I should share this with those of you who would like to study for free in Europe. Now, there is an age cap here. You are not older than 35 years of age on 1st September 2026. Right, so if you are older than 35 years, unfortunately, this wouldn't be available to you. But if you're not, so between 1st September 2026 downwards, you are under this age, congratulations, because you are eligible. Now, you should have obtained excellent results during your prior education programs as demonstrated by your latest grade transcript, showing a GPA of 7.5 out of 10 higher. So this is also based on merit. So you should have a high grade, like if you do have a second class upper or first class, that will be absolutely beautiful. Then you have a greater chance in being selected for this scholarship. You can only submit an application once and for one scholarship only. So you can only submit for the scholarship once. All right. Let's go to the please note. Please note this is a very competitive scholarship. Only 2% of the applicants get awarded the scholarship. But if you meet all those criteria with a strong application, then you will be one of these 2%. I assure you of that. You can see the duration, like I mentioned earlier, you've got 13 months for a 1-year master program, then you've got 25 months for a 2-year master program. Let's look at the application procedure. So you can see apply for one of the participating master's program. So we'll click on this so we can see the programs that the Maastricht University offer. So here you go, these are their programs. Please note that only the following master's programs are eligible for the UMNL High Potential Scholarship. So if you are interested in the scholarship, your program should fall under these categories. So you can see they've got the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, and you can see they've got a Master Globalization Development Studies, Research Master. Just go through them. They've got also courses under the Faculty of Law. If you're interested in studying towards law, make sure you look through to see if any of the courses is of interest to you. There are quite a lot under law. You've got Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences. Those of you that are interested in medicine, you've got MSc Epidemiology, Global Health, Governance and Leadership, and there's quite a lot for you to choose from. Now you've got Faculty of Psychology and Neuroscience. If you're interested in that as well, there is something for everyone. You've got the School of Business and Economics, MSc Econometrics and Operations Research, Global Supply Chain Management and Change, International Business. So make sure you go through as well and choose your preferred course. Then finally, you've got the Faculty of Science and Engineering, MSc Systems Biology and Bioinformatics, MSc Imaging Engineering and Bio-based Materials. So make sure that you go through these and select your preferred course. So these are the courses or programs that you should select from because the scholarship only covers these. So now that we have gone through the master program, we've gone through the courses, then let's go through the further details on how to apply for a master's program at UM. Please see your prospective programs webpage. So if you click on that, it will take you to the web page. Then once you have submitted your application, you need to apply to this university first, and you apply through the study link, which is here. If you click on that, it will take you to that page. So it took us here to welcome to study link. This is where you would create your account. So you would create your account here and you'll be given an ID and use that ID to log in, and that will be required when you are applying for your scholarship. So immediately you create your account, that ID will be given to you. That is what you would use in applying for your scholarship. Now we're back here. It says once you have submitted your application via study link, you will receive a student ID number. Remember, I mentioned that you will need a student number in order to complete and submit the scholarship application form. See step 2 below. So you apply separately for the admissions to Maastricht University, then you apply for the scholarship. So it is in 2 folds. Remember, I mentioned that the master programs list that we went through, they said those are eligible for the scholarship. The list above, those master's programs, are the only ones that are eligible. So make sure that your course falls under that list that I went through with you. Please note, you first have to apply for the master program. I mentioned that at to receive your student ID. As soon as you have your student ID, you can apply for the scholarship, and I mentioned that as well. Please be aware that the admission deadline when applying for the scholarship is 8 December 2025. All right, then please know by the scholarship deadline of 1st February 2026, the scholarship deadline, so the school deadline, the admission deadline is the 8th December, which is pretty close. Then the scholarship deadline is 1st February 2026. You must have met all admission requirements. So step 2, it says please fill in the application form. You need to log in with your University of Maastricht account, right? Please fill out the application form here. So if you click, it says we can only accept application via the application form. So if you click on here, it will take you there where you can fill out the application form. Upload the following documents in doc or PDF formats. Follow the formats that they provided to you. Then you also need to submit your CV. It should be up to date, and your job experience should not be longer than 2 A4 pages. Follow these instructions because it is of paramount importance if you want to be selected for the scholarship. If you have received any awards or prizes, please do not forget to mention these on your CV. So if you have received any award or prizes during your volunteer work, during your studies in your university, include that in your CV. You also need a letter of motivation. Then you can click on that to see the template of the motivation letter that you will be required to write. Please make sure you click on the template so that you can follow the instructions given and the design as well. Then you need to upload your proof of academic excellence, your degree certificate, and also there should be a document explaining your grade system. Personal statement of financial needs. Now here it is really crucial that you pay attention because this would also determine whether you are awarded a scholarship or not. Please explain why you would benefit from being awarded a scholarship and describe your personal circumstances such as financial difficulties, sole parent, caretaking responsibilities, medical condition, disability, refugee status, etc. So what this means is that you need to give them a reason why. In fact, it should be a convincing reason, right? So that they know that you are really not able to support yourself financially to cover your school expenses. So you could tell them that you have aged parents that you are taking care of, you have financial difficulties, and based on the exchange rate, you are not able to meet up because your job cannot cover the tuition, and you have dependents like your aged parents, you've got siblings, and also if you have any medical condition, you could also mention it to them that you are taking care of that, or if you are helping any of your loved ones or family member with your medical conditions, you can say that as well. And in fact, just let them know that you are faced with financial difficulty. Another thing, you can go through Google to find out reasons why, reasons when you are faced with a financial difficulty. It will give you all of that, right? ChatGPT can also help you with that. So I'm just giving you a tip here. So a reference letter, you have prepared scholarship, so they have a reference letter guideline, right? That you'll be getting a reference letter from your tutor, your lecturers. Please forward them to your referee. Okay, the contact details of one referee, you need that as well. So back on the home page, let's see how we can apply for one of the master's program. I just want to walk you through so that you can know how to navigate through this. So here you can see these tabs: education, research, about, news and events. We are interested here, so you click on this drop down arrow and you go to admission. You click on admission. and it brought us here. Apply to Maastricht University. Then if you scroll down, you can see choose your program, right? We've got the bachelor's, master's, pre-master's, and we are interested in the master's program. So we click on master's programs. So we are on the page for the master's programs. So what we'll do now is to scroll down to select one of the master's programs. It's just a rhetorical example in no particular order, just for this video. We would go straight to Faculty of Psychology and Neuroscience, and we would use this as a rhetorical example for this video. So let's just click on this one. So it has brought us to this page of Psychology and Neuroscience. So we'll just select one of them. So we could do Politics and Society. So in Politics and Society, let's just select one. So Psychology, Work and Organizational Psychology, we click on that. And it has brought us to the official page of the Department of Psychology, Work and Organization Psychology. So we are interested in this left part, right? So hover around, go to admission requirements. In admission requirements, let's see what is required of us if we're applying. So make sure you are with me, okay? So we are navigating how we would apply. Then say on this page, you will find important details of the application process, such as deadlines, admission requirements, required documents, and application assessment for the master's program. So it doesn't matter if it's not this master's program. It depends on whatever master's program you have chosen. You have to go through this process, right? Now you can see some dates here. Now these dates, because you are interested in a scholarship, you need to ignore these dates, because it says December 8th for you to submit your admission, and you need to apply via study link. So ignore this date. Work based on the scholarship admission date, which is December 8th, and scholarship, which is February 1st, right? Do not follow this. This is if you are paying the tuition fee, but if you're not paying the tuition fee. Now we are in this section, language requirements for English language master's programs, where you have to, submit an IELTS or TOEFL GRE. So you can see below, do you hold a bachelor's or master's degree in which English was the sole language of instruction? So if you studied your degree in English, you click on yes. Let's see what the outcome is. It says you automatically meet the language requirements for the study program. So if you studied in English, you do not need to submit the IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, and all of that tests, which I know a lot of you do not like. So you have automatically met the requirement for English. Now you do have some documents required for the application process. It's also like the documents that I went through with you initially. You have to submit your documents in the application portal, okay? And the documents must be in this format: PDF, Word. All documents must be in English. Only complete applications will be taken into consideration, so make sure that you complete your application. That's why you need to start as soon as possible. Then also, it says here again, reiterating it, we recommend that you start your application on time, as you will not be able to revise your application after the deadline, which is very correct. Required documents for application to this study program. So you need a recent passport picture, okay? You need a recent one, a copy of your valid passport. You should have one, because if you're planning to study abroad, you need a passport, an international passport. A copy of your transcript, your grade, your bachelor's degree, your CV, all right, academic background form, the documents that demonstrate your proficiency in English. You could also request for a letter from university stating that you studied in English from that particular university. Most universities did that. I remember there was a time I was planning to study for my master's. I requested for that from my university, and they gave that to me, stating that the language of instruction during my time of study. My bachelor's was in English, so you could also request that. A motivation letter. The form will be offered to you in the My Application portal. So they have a particular structure that they want their motivation letters to be in. So you need to follow their instruction. So you can see this part. It says applicants who receive their previous education in a non-EU or EEA country, handling fee. Now that means if you didn't study in Europe or any of the European countries, you do need a handling fee, which is also an application fee. So let's click on this to see. Applicants whose diploma is based on EU EEA curriculum need to pay a handling fee of €100. So you can see that that's quite a lot if you're coming from a country, probably Africa and all of that. It's for an application fee. So there are ways that we could go around this. There are some exemptions. So you can see in some cases applicants can also be exempted. So you can just go through all of these to see if any of this is applicable to you. I would have loved for you not to pay this because I know it's quite high, but go through this if you are eligible for this exemption fee. So if you fall under any of these categories, you will only receive a request to pay the handling fee if, according to our information, you do not belong to any of the above mentioned exemption categories. If you receive a request to pay the handling fee and you feel that you do belong to one of the exemption categories, you can notify us. So if you are given an instruction to pay the handling fee, make sure that you let them know if you're among the exemption categories, or also you can just send them a letter, inform them to state why you cannot afford the handling fee, right? That's the application fee. You can just also, like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you didn't start from the beginning, make sure you listen to it, because I mentioned ways that you can let them know that you are faced with financial difficulties and how you can go around it. All countries except this following countries. So if you're not part of these countries, you can always request for an exemption, and hopefully it works out well with you. So when you have applied for this course or whatever course or program you have chosen, make sure you get your student ID number. Do not wait to be accepted into the faculty before you go ahead to apply for the scholarship. Immediately you apply and you create your account, you get your student ID number. So you head back here and you fill out the application form for the scholarship, right? So remember, you go through the study link to apply for your admission into Maastricht University, and when you've gotten your student ID, you have selected your course, right, from one of these courses here. You selected your preferred course and you have applied. Then you come back here to fill out your application form. Then it will bring you here. Okay, this is the page where you can fill out the application form for the scholarship. If you found value in this video, don't stop here. Watch the next video that will be displayed on your screen shortly to learn how you can study at a prestigious US universities with no application fee and 100% tuition fee covered. Make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever a new scholarship drops. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more opportunities and updates from my latest YouTube videos. And if you get selected for the scholarship, please share your testimony. I absolutely love hearing them. Until next time, think big, think success.